Today on WBLN News, Obama's now pressing new gun control laws. Korea just tested their brand new hydrogen bomb, and the middle school gold basketball team is starting their playoffs. All this and more coming up right now.
Happy New Year and good morning, Belen. I'm Joaquin Solo.
And I'm Stephen Calles, and welcome to this edition of WBLN for today, January 6th, 2016.
Attention junior and junior parents, Belen will be hosting Junior College
That's
Day
why we're here
Saturday,
today.
January 9th at 8:30 a.m.
Not to debate the
make sure
last
you register
mass
on
shooting,
time.
but to do something to try to
Attention
prevent
seniors
the
and
next
senior
one.
parents, the College Counseling Office will be hosting Financial Aid Night /FAFSA workshop on Wednesday, January 13th at 7:30 p.m. in the Koshkiwela Hall. Today, President Obama announced a series of executive actions designed to reduce gun violence, including expanding background checks for buyers. Meanwhile, Republicans, including House Speaker Paul Ryan, say the move is an abusive use of power.
That's why we're here today. Not to debate the last mass shooting, but to do something to try to prevent the next one.
President Barack Obama detailed his multiple executive actions on gun control, encouraging states to report people who shouldn't be able to get guns and expanding background checks for some private sales. Republicans on the campaign trail have railed against the president's plan. Senator/presidential candidate Ted Cruz said, President Obama is once again going to abuse his power. Senator Marco Rubio from Florida added, when he's elected president on the first day, behind the desk, those orders are gone. Obama's proposals to ramp up mental health care and add hundreds of FBI and ATF agents to better enforce current laws and focus on background checks will all require millions in funding, which must be secured by Congress. And surrounded by families and victims from mass shootings, the president made an emotional plea.
From every family who never imagined that their loved one would be taken from our lives by a bullet from a gun. Every time I think about those kids, it gets me mad.
Monday was the third day of the occupation of the Malheur Wildlife Refuge in Oregon. A group of armed men and women led by Ammon Bundy has taken over the buildings. Robert Lopez Izarre has more.
The group, led by Ammon Bundy, continues to occupy the wildland refuge.
We have exhausted all prudent measures and have been ignored.
Bundy says they're here to stand up for local rancher Dwight and Stephen Hammond, who were convicted of arson and reported to federal prison Monday.
We've already served prison time for this already, and that would be for the federal government to remove its unconstitutional presence here in the county.
Until then,
we're here to work.
They're getting comfortable in the buildings of the wildland refuge.
You need patriots that want to come out here and stand with us. We can accommodate.
And they say they're getting supplies from supporters. The group refuses to count on how many members are staying on the compound, but one thing they aren't hiding is their guns.
Did you bring a weapon with you?
You bet I did.
After group members said before this wasn't a place for children,
so we just came up and checked it out.
Now Bundy said families are welcome to stay there with them on the refuge. Harney County Sheriff David Ward gave a press conference addressing the group directly.
It's time for you to leave our community, go home to your families, and end this peacefully.
Bundy said his group would be willing to leave the community if asked to. For WBLN, I'm Robert Lopez.
Thank you, Robert. Condemnation is pouring in from leaders across the world after North Korea said it had successfully tested a hydrogen bomb. The announcement came as a surprise to experts who said that if true, the news could represent significant progress in North Korea's nuclear capabilities. The South Korean Foreign Ministry convened an emergency meeting to discuss the testing and called on the United Nations to take action.
As we all know, North Korea's provocation is a complete violation of Security Council resolutions and a serious challenge to world peace and security.
The National Assembly in Venezuela has opened with an opposition majority for the first time in roughly 17 years. Members of the legislature were sworn in today in Caracas. President Maduro is vowing change within this power struggle. The inaugurations of 3 lawmakers were suspended by the Maduro-backed court. The U.S. accuses his government of interfering with the new assembly.
Well, in typical Belen fashion, we have a busy week right off the bat. So let's take a look at the scoop for today.
The chess team will meet every day at 3 p.m. in room F208. The Green Club will meet today at 3 p.m. in the Science Pavilion. Amnesty International will meet Thursday at 3 p.m. in room G204. The Aviation Club will meet Thursday at 3 p.m. in room F201. The Key Club will meet Thursday at 3 p.m. in the Cosquihuela. The Notables Singing Group will meet Thursday at 3 p.m. in room I-109. The Philosophy Club will meet Thursday at 3 p.m. in room F206.
Now stay tuned as we bring you weather and sports right after these messages.
Good morning, Belen. It's finally getting colder in South Florida. Let's take a look at the radar. All this water coming this way is the reason for our 100% precipitation today. Let's take a look at your highs and lows. So we have a high of 72 and a low of 63 with 77% relative humidity and northeast winds at 19 miles per hour. Let's take a look at your highs and lows for the rest of the week. On Thursday, we have a high of 80 and a low of 67. On Friday, a high of 80 and a low of 69. And on Saturday, a high of 80 and a low of 71. That's all for your weather.
The middle school gold basketball team will host Epiphany today at 3:30 p.m. in the ACC semifinals. Come and support the Wolverines. The JV and varsity basketball team plays at Doral Academy. Game time is 6 p.m. for the JV and 7:30 p.m. for varsity. Attention students who are interested in trying out for varsity tennis, please sign up in Coach Victor Arrieta's office. There will be a very important tennis meeting this Thursday, January 7th at 3:10 p.m. Meet outside our trainer's room. All middle school students interested in participating in track and field, there will be a meeting on Friday after school at the track. The meeting will be at the bleachers. All high school students interested in doing varsity track and field, conditioning will begin at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, January 6th, at the track. If you have any questions, please see Coach Arrieta. Varsity lacrosse tries will be January 5, 6, 7, and 8 from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. Junior varsity tries will start on Saturday, January 9th from 11 to 1 p.m. Middle school lacrosse tries start Saturday, January 9th from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. If any student or parent has questions, please contact Coach Belando at 786-488-9279. The varsity soccer team will play at Ronald Reagan. Game time is 3:30 p.m. Yesterday was Zinedine Zidane's first full day as a new Real Madrid head coach, with his opening hurdle being against a La Liga game against Deportivo La Coruna. This weekend, Zazu, as he's affectionately known, has already received a warm welcome from his fans watching his first training session earlier on Tuesday. He replaced Rafa Benitez after the Spaniard was sacked after just 25 games. That's all for sports. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Carlos. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for all the latest news and pictures. I'm Joaquin Solo.
I'm Stephen Calles, and from everyone here at WBLN, have a wonderful Three Kings Day. Thanks for watching, and stay golden, Wolverines.